Hello, hi everyone, welcome to the Women of Honor series. Hope everybody doing fine by the grace of God. Will be having a good health, also a happy day. Today I'd like to share a message from Psalms 138 verses 7. As a whole, when we read the Psalms 138, it's a wonderful and a very blessing, hope giving psalm. It's a song written by David. Here, the psalmist begins by admitting to being in a difficult situation, indicating that trials and challenges are a normal part of the human experience or a human life. Everybody will have that experience one or the other time. Adversity or wavering faithfulness, or sometimes it may be trials or challenges. But we can overcome with our God everything what we face. But immediately we will feel very negative and will be in very sorrow and will be questioning to God why I have this trouble, why I am getting this type of experience. But the verses highlights God's active engagement, His ability to revive the believer, and His unwavering faithfulness in the face of adversity. That's the main message. Here, the divine presence and action we can see. Despite the trouble, the psalmist is convinced that God is not absent but is actively working in their life. Whoever having trials or challenges, don't think that God is not there, He is not present, but He is actively doing, working for our goodness. It will come good in our life later. Here we can see the revival and strength. The psalmist is assured that God will vigor and strengthen to endure the trouble he faces. Whatever problems we faces, with the problem we can get God's strength and His vigor, and God will revive us with His strength. This verse serves as a reminder that God's care is not diminished by difficult circumstances, but rather He actively intervenes to provide strength and deliverance to His faithful people. Also, God's protective hand we can see there. God shall stretch forth in hand against the wrath of mine enemies, signifying His active protective intervention to deliver from hostility or in danger. Here the psalmist is experiencing in his own life. Also, when we see the divine care in adversity, the verses emphasize that God is not distant during times of difficulty, but remains engaged in His people's lives, offering strength and hope. Also, the assurance of God's faithfulness is the verse is powerful affirmation that God remains faithful to His promises of protection and deliverance to those who trust in Him. In the Bible, we can see many examples. Many people had that type of experience. When we come reading, while reading, you can see many experiences like that. Also, walking in trouble. That is the phrase, though I walk in the midst of trouble, acknowledges the reality of trials and hardships in life. It does not mean trouble is not God's will, but rather that He is present with enduring these times. With these verses, I conclude this message. May God bless you all. Have a nice day. Thank you.